I want to tell you a story of oil leaking. This is the Jegs oil pan gasket for your small block V8. Now the difference between the early ones, the Dipsy Doodles, are a little different. See, it's got holes on both sides if your dipstick's on both sides. If you don't want to be a real dipstick, you better fill that other side up with silicone, because I didn't. I thought it would hold. It doesn't. I'm going to get in there and show you what I did. And so it was $22.37, something like that. So let's look at the oil pan. This has already gone up $5 from when I ordered it several weeks ago, but that's the way it's going. So vote carefully. So here's what we got here. Not two at a time. They fight. It kind of gets on your nerves a little bit. So this was the oil dipstick on this side, and so anyway, this is the combination that I used on Daphne. We'll walk down there and look at her in just a minute. And it leaked. It leaked on the non-dipstick side on my block. Mine's a 78305. Dipstick's on the left, or the, in America, the left side, the driver's side. And the other side was blank, and it leaked. I mean, it leaked profusely. I only ran it for a few minutes, and it was dripping. So I'll show you what I did, and hopefully you can avoid this. Avoid it before you assemble it. I just had faith in the thing. Why wouldn't you? But there you go. That goes the whole thing, except Chevy 2. I wonder why that is. I don't know. Right when I come down here, it's gonna get all mean outside. Well, there's my. I put that down there yesterday after running it for a couple of minutes. Are you kidding me? Okay, well let's crank her up for a touch here. Okay, and we'll go down and look. But I ran her for about 3 or 4 minutes yesterday, and this is what I have there. That's acceptable. But when I first did this, I wanted you to see how smooth the oil pressure was. But the first time I ran it for less than a minute, it was dripping down the right side. So here we go. Been here before, hadn't we? Okay, now she's been sitting, I guess, for 2 days. Guess that was just wind. Okay, there goes my cab lights. You saw light up. This starter's great too. So that's probably 800 RPMs. And look how easy she goes up to 60. A little bit over. We're going to let her run for 1 minute. Okay, that's about 1.5 minutes. Okay, now we'll go underneath and check her. I wonder if kind of wanted to do that anyway. I'm not going to open the garage door because I've got a smoke detector up there. It's right there. You can see it. It's right there. And I want to see if it picks up anything. Kind of curious. So after a couple of minutes, that ought to be enough. I'm not going to put that thing on tonight. It's not gonna. Okay, battery disconnected. All right, let's take her up. Flashlight. Oh yeah. Sounds kind of ominous out there. Green subscribe button. Subscribe and like and all that stuff. Oh, it gets me every time. While that's going up, I was going to talk about the tractor a little bit. It's doing fine. I think I got a little drivetrain problem, but it's not leaking anywhere, so that's good. That's a little side note. We're only going to go to chair height today, and oh, dadgummit. What did I do with that crazy thing? Slip down. I guess, I don't know yet. I haven't taken her anywhere, but I'm guessing that that rear main's holding. Oh, it's always got to be something, doesn't it? Okay, let's go in here and look. No brake fluid leaking out of it. Let's check that too while we're here. Is that all you got there? I know what that is. That's the gearbox. So let me show you what I did. I think that's the actual box for the yeah. Yeah, that's the actual. I got a different part number on it. Whatever that is. Okay. I didn't forget the brake. Oh, shoot. Battery just fell out and went in my cuff. If you're wondering, that looks like a spaceship. That's the hardtop for the 57 Healy. So, okay, what I did was, you're gonna work for me, okay. See that lump sticking out? That lump of gray right there? I cleaned it real good. And then I just packed it on both sides with ultra gray silicone. So it doesn't look like anything in the back. Nothing's... Well, you know what? I stand corrected. It's still dripping. It's not near as bad. It's coming out from around that bolt right there. Okay, well, you still have to seal that thing. I'll be dadgummed. It looks like it's... Okay, bubbling or something. That's better than it was. Okay, well, let me show you what that... It could be the tail end of that. It's funny, I don't see it dripping from the ledge. You know, the outer part that's hanging down. It seems to be coming from the bolt. How interesting is that, huh? Well, that means oil's getting to the bolt. That's what that is. The oil is getting to the bolt and just leaking out there. But it was 10 times worse the other day. I'm telling you that now. So, all right, well, that's part of it. All right, so let's fix that, and I'll show you. Oh, you thought I was going to forget. I thought I was going to forget too. Let's look back here. I've stood on the brakes a couple of times. Okay, that looks dry. Okay. Now, what we got here is, I think those are 7/16. Here's the old Summit one. And you see they try to accommodate for both sides. And one side's going to leak. Like we just observed. Let me think about what I'm going to do about that. I think I know what I'm going to do about that. I'm going to do it now. I'm going to try to do it now. What? Skin till. Alright, I got an idea. Carburetor parts. What else, huh? I can't believe I found this thing in the dump. It really has been good, unless it breaks right now. Which it might, because it's full of stuff heavier than fishing tackle. See, what I got here is a bunch of these fibery kind of things, and they're kind of strong. So if you fish into here, you know that's a 1/4 20 thread, and you get this in a flat washer. I don't think copper would work too good there. Let me see what I can find here. Seal it up. Okay, so what I found was, if you look down in here, I found that little cup, and then I found that piece of cork, which is for a jet tube on an SU carburetor, and I'm going to put some silicone in that, and then we're going to go for it. We're going in. Might even use this very screw. Okay. So, and then it's going to have to sit for a day before I can crank it up again. So we'll wrap this up. Let's see what this looks like fixed. Hard to get torque on something like that, but it don't need torque. It'll be fine. So let's make sure I got some brake clean. All right, I feel good about this. I feel like this is going to be good, but this is a problem. I mean, there's enough in there to be good. All right, that goes there. That goes there. We're going to get our great big honking thing here, and lights up in there. Okay. Well, let's see. I need some gray. Okay, there's my gray. All right. So I can't finish this today, so I'm going to wrap this one up when I show you what it ends up looking like. Cause I don't want to pull this thing down again. I don't take that bar out and all that. I don't think I'd have to go that far, but definitely a problem. All right, I'm set up now to take this out. I'm just curious to see how much oil comes out of it. I know you are too. It looks like, see, if you look up in the hole, you can see that gasket is just, might be just a little too far to the right. Not much you can do about that other than put a seal on it, which we are about to do. So let's give it a little shot to give the see all that oil dripping out of there. All right. Huh. So between the thickness of the gasket and the thickness of the there you go, and all that stuff, I think we're gonna be okay. All right. I gotta let that dry out for a minute. It's kind of stagnant in here because, well, the doors are open. That'll make it stagnant for you. Try to save that little bit of Vaseline right there. Okay. Put that down there. I'll see what I'm going to do is the thing I usually tell you not to do. Be nice if I had some light on it. I don't think that's going to help much. But then I'm just going to put some gray silicone right there. I don't, you know, like I say, this is just a work truck. It's not a big deal. I'm going to need both hands here. And I don't care if it goops out of there like I'll get out. It's okay with me. As long as I get it between the cork and the screw. So this is what it looks like now. Isn't that ugly? I made that as ugly as I could get it. Okay, I gotta use both hands. And be as ginger as I can about it. Don't be Mary Ann with it. You know, I think this might be one of those circumstances where you take it up. See if I can get a light on this and get it where this video actually has meaning. Okay, so I've got it in there with all the gook. I don't think that's doing a lot of good, but we're not going to tighten it all the way up. Threads on that feel better anyway. We're going to let it kind of mush out of there a little bit, and then we're going to let it sit there for a day. Yeah, I'm okay with all of that. Alright. And that's as ugly as I can make it. So let's wipe that down. Okay, and then we'll come back on the next video and sort of round this thing up. Okay. And then I gotta put that cover on. I gotta make a note about that. Where's that oil coming from? I think that could be resid right there. Alright, well, let's just leave that alone. Okay, and turn that off, put our Vaseline back up in our sealant there. No, that was a mark for a lawnmower. So, give us a thumbs up and subscribe, and we'll see how this turns out later. The suspense is killing me. Alright, thanks again for sharing time with me. Talk to you later. There's one. I've had as many as 3 at a time feeding somewhat peacefully together. They usually argue and bicker the bickering hummingbirds. I think that's a female, but sometimes the males will get up on that rod right there and they'll sharpen their little beaks. Oh, there it goes. Okay. I don't know. I just find it a lovely way to pass time looking outside, seeing that. So, still working on the pond.